Mark Ruby,
Here.
Ryan Mahoney.
Here.
David Massey.
Here.
Susan Langdon.
Here.
William Ross and William Feckety are excused today.
Introduction.
Jeremy Gertz, agency staff.
Mike Dudley, agency staff.
Alex Wood, agency staff.
Mark Gabriel, agency counsel.
Elizabeth Hughes, agency counsel. Sue Barone, agency staff.
Jonathan Epstein, Buffalo News. Jim Fink from WBEN. Rob Quinn and Niagara Gazette.
Jackie Brown, Western Landing.
David Mazer, what's your name?
Cindy Mazer, Western Landing.
Thank you. Can we please stand for the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Meeting minutes from last meeting. Everybody had a chance to read them over.
Make motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, great. Thank you. 6.0, finance and audit. Mr. Clifford.
Earlier this morning, the Finance and Audit Committee met and reviewed both the agency payables as well as the budget variance report. We found everything to be in order, nothing unusual, and we are pleased to say that our performance year to date is exceeds our budget and is approaching our full year operating level, and both from a revenue and NOI standpoint. So initially, can I get I will make a motion to approve the agency payables as presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, our agency payables passes, and same with our budget variance report. I will make a motion to accept it presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. 7.1, cataract grant, Cameron Town, Mr. Gabriel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you recall, the cataract grant fund induced a grant to Hammer and Crown Brewing Company back about 2 years plus ago. They had some difficulties. They had an inducement extension. They're requesting a second inducement extension to the end of the year. They're just about ready to move forward and are happy and pleased that they might be opening shortly. However, in order to do so, they are requesting that this board extend their inducement for the cataract grant to the end of 2025, December 31st, 2025. At that time, as you know, it's a reimbursable grant. Therefore, they will provide all receipts and documentation to our own Sue Barone, who goes through it like Sherlock Holmes, and then make sure everything is good. And remember that it's a percentage of, if they don't utilize or haven't spent up to the grant amount, that percentage, it is proportionally reduced, but never over the maximum. So what we're looking for this morning, if possible, is a motion and second to extend the cataract grant inducement for Hammer and Crown Brewing Company through the end of 2025.
Are there any questions? Comments? Do we have a motion?
I'll make
Mr. Kemper. All in favor? Any opposed? I need a roll call.
Jason Krumpa,
yes.
Mark Ruby,
Yes.
Ryan Mahoney,
Yes.
David Massey,
Yes.
Susan Lincoln,
Yes.
Mark Onesi.
Yes. Okay, River Road, LLC, Mr. Gabriel.
Thank you again, Mr. Chairman. 235 River Road LLC is an ongoing project that was previously induced about a year ago by this board. It is moving forward. They have taken finally ownership and begin cleanup of the site in North Tonawanda. The inducement expires at the end of or middle of October of 2025. They anticipate the closing of this project to be in the spring of 2026. As such, they're requesting a 6-month extension to the inducement. So they anticipate moving forward by March or April of 2026 to close. So again, I am asking for a motion and a second to extend the inducement on the 235 River Road LLC project for 6 months.
Any questions?
Just quick question, comment, based on timing, it is, what's today's date, September 10th? 6 months would be, October would be through, my math is bad, through March?
But if their inducement, the first inducement doesn't end into October. So
Okay.
it'll be 6 months from October. They believe it should be able to be closed before, in that 6-month period.
Okay, I was just gonna say, if there's a delay because of a not great spring, and they can't break ground, will they be?
Then they'll probably come back in 6 months.
Does it make sense to do a longer extension, or is it just 6
Our
months? at a
policy
time?
allows us only a 6-month.
Any other questions or comments? Any motion?
I'll make the
Commissioner
motion.
Barone? Any objections? All in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
Any opposed? Motion carries and you roll call.
Jason Krempa,
yes.
Mark Ruby,
Yes.
Ryan Mahoney.
Yes.
David Massey,
Yes.
Susan Langdon.
Yes.
Marco Nessi.
Yes. Okay, 7.3, Wheatfield Gardens, Mr. Gabriel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Wheatfield Gardens LLC is a project previously induced by this board back in 2015, I believe. Wheatfield Gardens was induced as a greenhouse that is presently still used as a greenhouse. On the good news, we don't come to you very often with projects that are below their job number creation requirements. However, unfortunately, in this particular case, Wheatfield Gardens LLC has fallen behind the requested job numbers, and is now here before you asking for an extension or a 1-year waiver for purposes of creating the jobs required under the original application. I refer you to the last page of their application in respect to the jobs to be created. The last set of jobs numbers we received from the company, Mike Dudley received from the company and sent forward to me, I think it was the SD 340, set forth 17 jobs. Mike, was the permanent? I believe permanently it was 17, but so they're significantly below their job numbers. I think we've asked the company to be here to answer any questions that you have moving forward, and whether or not you care to act on this matter. So, sure. Is there a someone here from Wheatfield? Okay, please stand up and introduce yourself and
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Paul Elstrom, the owner of Wheatfield Gardens. And I was here, I think, a week or two ago and provided a brief update on business conditions as they improve at our facility. And I sent my current 1-year jobs numbers, and we're currently happily up to 31 jobs as of this month. So please update, and that's almost 150% increase over a year ago. So we're on that glide path, but we just need some more time to get there. And we're an emerging industry, so we're looking forward to expand, but just going to take some more time. So, any questions? I'm happy to answer.
Questions? Comments?
The commentary states in the application that you guys have pivoted away from, typical fruits and vegetables, things along those lines, tomatoes.
Yep.
What's your crop base now? What's the percentage of each?
Well, at first, the first iteration of our business plan was to grow commodity crops like tomatoes, cucumbers, and highlight the local availability of such. But it is a very kind of penny margin business, so we pivoted to more specialty crops. For a period of time, we grew basil for all of the Tops restaurants, for all of them, which is a much better price margin. And now with the emergence here in New York State, they have recognized and legalized another specialty crop called adult use cannabis. So we are currently, that was done in 2022. The state legalized it, and just a year and a half ago, the Department of Agriculture recognized cannabis as an agricultural crop. So we are dedicating a very 25,000 square feet of our 500,000 square feet to that currently. And as the market expands, we will apply for additional allocations of canopy, where we can get up to 100,000 square feet. And at that point, we would more than exceed our employment numbers that we promised way back then. So that's currently what the state of the business now. So 31 right now, but definitely looking to double that again over the next year. So
And the number was supposed to be 85, I believe.
I think it was 85. So, you know, we're looking to, as long as we're able to achieve this expansion of canopy through the state regulators, we will more than exceed that 85 number. Between both the cultivation, because we also have built out and invested over $3 million in a manufacturing facility there too. So we not only do we grow the crop, we also process and then manufacture into finished product and distribute right there. So between the agricultural side and manufacturing side, I think we'll definitely exceed that number of 85.
What percentage of your revenue is from cannabis?
Right now, about 90%.
Do you think you can reach that 85 in a year?
Yeah, I mean, it's dependent on the state allowing, that they grant licensed canopy based on the supply. They're trying to monitor the supply in the unit to not oversupply. But we have more than proved that our ability to sell what we actually grow. So that enables us to apply for more. So provided the state, the Office of Cannabis Management in Albany, allows our expansion, we will make those numbers.
Any other questions? Comments? I need a motion.
So the motion on this, Mr. Chairman, would be for the board to entertain a waiver of the jobs requirements, and allow the company until the end of 2026 to reach their job requirement numbers. Now, that motion can be changed in any way, shape, or form by any board member if they choose, but as of the request, that would be the motion at this particular time.
Anybody interested in a shorter period? Years a long time to get to that. Let's get to that number as far as I'm concerned at this point. Questions, comments?
I personally will say it out loud. I have a fundamental issue with the state's approach to cannabis, so I'm not going to move this. I will vote on it. I have a fundamental disagreement with recreational cannabis that's just out there. I think access to it is too high. Just my personal opinion. But I will vote with the committee on this, or with the board, but I cannot move.
Okay, we have a motion on the table for 1-year extension.
Are there any implications for this board approving this, given Schedule 1 substance federally? I don't believe that's changed.
No, well, we really have never taken up nor thought of a project like this before. I can't say if we'd ever do it in the future, but when this was done, this type of project was 12 years ago. Recreational cannabis and approval by New York State or anybody else was not even a thought in our things. However,
Now than it was.
Right. Right now,
Inception.
yeah, it was done as a greenhouse, which technically they're not in violation of it because it's still a greenhouse. It's still producing an agricultural product. So that's certainly not an issue moving this forward. It's whether or not the board agrees to provide the company with additional, to hit their job numbers by the end of 2027 right now.
I mean, we're voting purely on an extension of the job.
That is correct.
Right.
Just simply on the time for them to hit their job numbers to the end of 2026. That is correct.
So I'm familiar with this project since its inception, and given the number of times they've pivoted and adapted and tried to get along and improve, and, I would say that we should give them the chance of another year to try to, get to that number. I'll make that motion as Mr. Gabriel had stated.
You make a motion, I need a second. Ms. Mahoney, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Need a roll call.
Carries, I need a roll call vote, please.
Jason Crumpler,
Yes, with prejudice.
Mark Burley,
Yes.
Ryan Mahoney.
Yes.
David Massey,
I'm gonna abstain.
Susan Langdon,
Yes.
Mark Onesi.
I'll vote yes with hesitation on it too. Okay, motion carries. 8.1, Wood Stream Landing, Jeremy?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Woodstream Landing LLC is put in an application for assistance in the 10-year pilot sales tax abatement or recording tax abatement. Woodstream Landing will be creating 80 market rate units on Sawyer Drive in Whitfield, New York. The units will consist of 8 two-story buildings, creating 16 each of 1 and 3 bedroom units and 48 two-bedroom units. This increase in housing will align specifically with the governor's office seeking to build 74 plus units in Wheatfield, New York, and 800,000 homes across New York State over the next decade in the housing compact. This residential complex is in close proximity to a multitude of commercial businesses in the town of Niagara and surrounding areas. It will increase traffic and spending to the local businesses in Wheatfield and the Niagara region. We do have representatives here today from the Woodstream Landing to answer any questions.
Yeah, how you doing? My name is Dave Mazer. This is like I said, it's Woodstream Landing, it's against Holtz Creek. It will have one entrance in and out. There'll be 8 buildings, 4 of them will be 8 unit buildings, 4 of them will be 12s. And there's a dog park on there. There's no pool or any type of clubhouse. Again, it's only 80 units. It's not that 200 unit or 300 unit complex with those amenities. Break ground this one.
Any questions? Comments? I need a motion, please.
I'll move it.
Mr. Franklin? Second. Nancy, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We need a roll call vote.
Jason Crumpler,
Yes.
Mark Burley,
Yes.
Ryan Mahoney,
Yes.
David Massey,
Yes.
Susan Langdon,
Yes.
Mark Onesi.
Yes. All right, 8.2, Economic Development Industry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Every 5 years, we're required by the EDA to submit a management plan for our loan funds that has been approved by the board. There have been no changes in this management plan. It's just simply putting, the existing plan in front of the board for review and approval.
Nancy? We need to go back real quick. To
Okay.
1.2, we need to authorize public hearing. I need a motion. Mr. Franklin, Mr. Massey, all in favor? Okay. That is September 30th at 2 o'clock in the Center for Economic Development. All right.
Mr.
Again,
Okay, do you mind if I just add a real quick item? You gonna add it?
are you, oh, I'm sorry. You want me to go over are we talking about the EDA plan or the
Oh,
landscape?
no.
The landscaping? Okay.
Not the landscaping, the plowing.
Oh, the plowing, sorry, I'm sorry. I will add that, yes. Can I add something for you? Okay. So we, issued an RFP for snow removal services.
AK, do you mind if I just jump in real
Go
quick?
ahead.
It's not on the, I'm sorry, no, it's not on the agenda. This RFP for snow plowing was supposed to be on the agenda in October. However, we live in Western New York, so our concern was we may need their services sometime in October beforehand. So we're asking that this RFP and be added to today's agenda as a late item. In order to add it as a late item, we first have to have it pass a resolution passed by all the members present, authorizing it to be added as a late item. And then once that's done, then we take the next step, which would be then entertaining the action and resolution, which our director would take over from there. So I guess the first thing we would say is if we could have a motion to add the RFP for snow plowing for the 3 buildings to the agenda this morning. I need a motion, a second, and
I will make a motion to add the late agenda item.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. motion-
no need for a roll call vote. So now, Andrea, please, I'm sorry.
Nope, that's fine. So staff issued an RFP for snow plowing removal services. Mike Dudley received 11 responses. There are 2 that are very similar in competing responses that we wanted to provide to the board for consideration this morning. One was Grand Island Waste Solutions. This company did meet with Mr. Dudley at the site and looked at the site. I want to put words in your mouth, we felt very comfortable with them. They said that the reason that, their costs were lower was because they only are taking on a select few amount of clients. They felt like they could handle the job and take care of the buildings. Sinatra Landscaping and Snow Plowing is our existing company. They've done a very good job. They've been very responsive. So staff would feel comfortable with either one of these companies. There is a cost difference, as you can see, that's roughly about $10,000 that Grand Island Waste Solutions is lower. So we wanted to present these options to the board for discussion and conversation this morning.
Why there's such a price specifically at 2055? Like most of our versions, they seem to be pretty high. Way cheaper.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
I'm
that.
just curious. So, I mean, they're pretty similarly priced.
Yeah, except for the 22nd.
Yeah, any idea why there's
Yeah,
such an
I
outlier?
don't know, but as Adrian mentioned, I did meet with the guy, and then we went here first, and then we went over to the other 2 buildings, so he is fully aware of
So you're not concerned.
the casket. Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm a little, but I did get a good feeling from him, and he did, as Adrian mentioned, he did say that we're being very selective what jobs they want to take. They don't want to just get a bunch of jobs and hope they can handle them. He's taking what he knows he can handle. So,
In 2045 and 2055, they're located,
yeah,
in the same parking lot. so to
Yeah, they
speak.
share the
So
same-
I think that's, my
Yeah.
sense is that we noticed that they almost are looking at it like this is one. Maybe not one building, but one parking lot, so to speak.
Any questions?
I mean, I guess the only thing I would say is staff has to deal with this on a day-to-day basis. The staff have a recommendation.
Well, that's why, Mike and I went back and forth about it. We really felt comfortable with either one. Sinatra Landscaping has done a wonderful job. Grand Island Waste Solutions came out and, Mike felt very comfortable with them. I mean, I think they're the only ones that came out and actually put eyes on property. So we do feel confident that they know what they bid on. And these are the 2 that did do that and that know the site. So
I will just mention one other thing. Number one, as Mark was just mentioning to me, that this is a 3-year contract. So it starts October 1st, goes through the 30th, the next 3 years. As Andrew mentioned, it's like the Grand Island one is like $10,000 less, and that's just for the hard costs, the snow plowing. It's going to be guaranteed those amounts. The variable is the salting. And if you look at the cost for the salting, I believe the one is 300 for salting, the other one's 350 on this building, and then I think it's 330 on 2045 versus 300. And I don't recall the last building. But with this building alone, our average salting, actually they salt them all the same every time. And our average salting per season is like 40 times.
So that differential multiplies out.
Yeah. So if you had 40 saltings and the one guy started at $50 less, that's $2,000 right there. So, I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. Last year, we got pretty hammered by the salting. There's actually 57 saltings as opposed to an average of 40 per year. I don't know if you're aware of it, the snow plowing industry, I'll say, was hit pretty hard because there was a shortage of salt. And so what happens? The price went up. So that's why both of them are, pretty close, but the one is cheaper. I'm not trying to point you in either direction. Like Andrea said, we're very comfortable with Sinatra. They've done it the last 3 years. Never had an issue. I've been here 26 years now. This is the first company in Denton Snow Plowing that's been reliable and pretty steady with their service. This guy's the other guy, the Rhode Island one, is a new guy. We take a chance on him. He's less. It's only a 3-year commitment. If we don't like him.
And Andrea can show.
And Andrea and I can show him. She would do it too. Not sure, it was mentioned at the start that, we advertised in the Construction Exchange and also on our website, and I did send out a handful of ones that are, companies that have bid in the past and that we had. We've got the 11, which is pretty good. As you can see, some of them are pretty outrageous that we would never go with. But I'm sorry, Mr. Berger, you had a question?
I just had a question. Where does the cost for the extra snow removal come in
Good question.
place?
Yeah, so like I said, I've been here 26 years. Only one time have we ever had to have extra snow removal done. And that was in the case where there was so much darn snow. It's a pretty big property. They ran out of places to push it where the trucks could still get into the loading.
Okay.
We just ran out of space and it had to be physically removed from the property. So that's only happened one time in my memory. Sue, I can't know if you remember any other time. Yeah, so, I mean, those costs are different as well, in favor of the Sinatra, but, that's probably not even gonna be an issue. Can't guarantee that, but, it's not an ongoing thing, for sure.
Any comments from the board? Recommendation is for Grand Island Waste. Any opposed?
Being fiscally responsible, I think we should probably go with the lesser expensive option. That's anybody's opposed.
As long as we're confident.
Yeah.
Be adequate service.
You guys will do it.
So the motion is for Grand to.
I will move for Grand Island Waste Solutions.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And roll call.
Jason Kempa.
Yep.
Mark Ruby,
Yes.
Ryan Mahoney,
Yes.
David Massey,
Yes.
Susan Langdon,
Yes.
Marco Nessie.
Yes. Okay, we're going back to the EDA.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Unless we have something else.
The EPA requires us to have our management plan for our loan funds approved by the board every 5 years. This is the existing management plan, there have been no changes made.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the plan.
I'll make the motion.
Mr. Rubin, need a second? Mr. Kempa, all in favor? Any opposed? Need a roll call?
Jason Campa.
Yes.
Mark Ruby.
Yes.
Brian Mahoney. David Massey.
Yes.
Susan Langdon.
Yes.
Marco Nessie.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Gabriel, anything else?
Nothing, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Okay, any other informational items anybody wants to, put in here? All right, next meeting is October 8th at 9 o'clock, right here. I need a motion to,
I'll make a
Mr.
motion.
Ruby, Mr. Mahoney, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, have a great day.